Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me from, guys. How's it going? How's it going? Currently, I'm looking at Solana, and I believe we have a target for Solana, right? Those of us who have been following Solana since $47. All right. What is our target again? I told us that our target should be $80. All right. That will be targeting Solana at $80. All right. Remember, we're targeting $80 for Solana. So if you're still holding on to a position either on the spot market or on futures, okay, continue to hold, all right? The target is either $80 or even above that, right? The target is $80 or above that. And by the way, you can take profit whenever you want, all right? If you are still holding on to trees for this long, you can take profit whenever you want, whether in the spot market or the futures or whatever you want to, okay? The same thing goes to TRB. Those of you who were lucky enough to buy TRB at $80. I think someone told me that he bought at 70, is it $79 or thereabout? Okay. Those of you who were lucky to buy at those time and all of that at those prices, congrats to you. But basically, we're going to be looking for new setup, okay, for Solana, still too long, all right? We're going to be looking for new setup for Solana to equally go to the upside, all right? While we look at Solana too, we'll equally be looking at TRB, all right? So TRB, that target of $140, $150 still remains, okay? It all depends on what you're actually looking at. And I told us tokens like this should be bought, okay, on the spot market. So if you are opportune to buy TRB around that $78, $80 level, you should already be in profit by now, right? Yeah, you should already be in profit by now. And then we are still targeting that level of $140, $150 level, okay? We are still targeting those areas there. Let's see basically how this will play out. All right, let's see how this will play out. So you can still be DCing into this token, right? You can still be DCing into this token, guys. All right. So that fall, we came down from this fall here, and then we rejected at that 618, which is valid. So we need to see this push back up, okay, to maybe 140, 150 again, and all of that. All right. So let's go back to Sol and look at Solana. All of these signals that were sent this morning, okay. All of them play that, right? Either one take profit one or two or thereabout, okay? They all play that. So we'll be looking for new setup. And then I'm equally going to be reviewing some of the tokens we looked at yesterday, right? I'm equally going to be looking at some of those tokens that we actually traded or set limit orders for yesterday, okay? And to start with, AVAX actually smashed our take profit, all right? AVAX actually smashed our take profit. This was the previous trade for AVAX, right? This was, I think, was it Monday or Tuesday? We took this trade and this smashed our take profit completely. And then what we're looking at yesterday, was it Michael? I can't remember. Favor, right? I don't know if Favor is here with me. I think it was Favor that was looking at scalping. That was when this setup came up, right? Though this actually gave you some profit before it actually started pumping to that upside, right? So we came back to that level and then rejected. Okay, we rejected down to this area here. I think it was about 2 to 3% or thereabout, and then before we started pushing up. All right. So if you're scalping, then that would have played that. We'll look at more setups for AVAX again. Okay. We're going to be looking for new setups on AVAX and all of that, all right? The target for AVAX is around $50 or thereabout, but we'll look at new setups for that, all right? And another token we're looking at yesterday, which I set limit orders for, I don't know which one. Please, if there is anyone you traded, let me know, okay? If there is anyone you traded, let me know. Another one is Ethereum, okay? Another one was ETH, so ETH, SDT, all right? This one equally smash take profit depending on what your target was, okay? Depending on what you were actually targeting. Where is that chart where I set up the Ethereum? I don't know, is it here? All right, so I need to see the setup we had that yesterday so that you'll be able to see for yourself that it all smashed take profit. So when I say set limit orders or enter with market price and all of that, okay, it's necessary you do that if you want to. All right, nobody's actually compelling you to, but if you want to, you can actually do that. I don't know. Okay, I can't find the setup for Ethereum, but we entered a trade for Ethereum at around 1,900 plus. okay? And then that stuff actually smashed TP at $2,000 plus, though our target was around 1,100 or 200, but I decided to close that immediately. I saw profit for Ethereum. Okay, another one was Atom. All right, another trade was Atom. That was another trade we did limit orders for yesterday, and I told you how I was going to play, okay, and take those trades and all of that. As at the time we're looking at Atom, guys, sorry, I do have, multiple charts. So I do set up on one chart and then the next day I'm looking at another chart and I cannot find those setups. So let me see if it was here so that we'll be able to see what I showed you that yesterday, Atom USDT. Was it here? I don't think so. It's not here. It's not here. Let's look at this one. Yes, this is the Ethereum trade. It was actually here, right? Look at, yeah, that's the setup for yesterday. Okay, though the target was around that to 128, but I decided to close my trade. Immediately we got to $1,090, okay, $2,090. So that's why I decided to close my trade. Okay, for Atom, I don't know if you took the trade or you did limit setup and all of that. I told you how I was going to trade Atom, right? And basically, let's see the chart. Where is that Atom stuff? Give the chart time to load. Okay. So I can't, yeah, this is it. This is it. And the area we're looking at yesterday, I told us that either you wait for it to come to the entry, okay, or you target that Monday's low, all right? Or you target that Monday's low, okay? As at the time we're looking at Atom, where was it trading? Was it around $8 or thereabout? But I know my own trade actually triggered around, I think it was around this area or thereabout. So the other limit orders did not trigger. And then I was able to equally, make profit from Atom as well. Which other token? Yeah, Aave. I don't know if you traded Aave. I think I just closed mine before going live right now. Okay, when it was dropping, I just closed. That is Aave USDT, right? Yeah, equally set up limit orders for this, which equally trigger. Right now, I just closed the trade, and then I'm going to set I'm going to set limit orders for that same, levels that we're looking at, right? I'm going to equally set limit orders for those levels that we're looking at, right? So I was asking you to wait for this to come down here and all of that, but I decided to enter with market orders at the time we're setting up this, okay? And that played that well. So I will still wait for it to either come down to 88 or $90 or whatever, okay? Those areas are still valid, or I want to wait for a rejection at that $100 level, then maybe I can take a trade to the downside. All right. That's basically all of the trades or some of the trades that we took yesterday. And those are what I'm equally looking at. Some of those trades, I will retake them. Some we just wait for them to play out. All right. So starting with Sol, let me show you what I'm looking at for Solana. Yeah, guys, those of you joining on YouTube, smash that like button, okay? And use the chat section to let me know whatever token that you want me to look at this morning for you, okay? If you want me to analyze any token for you, just put them on the chat, all right? And I'll be able to do that for you. All right. So for Solana, okay, Solana, we're looking at, this was the area we started projecting that Solana could go up, right? So we eventually broke that $47 level. And then for those of you who were able to cash up this trade, we are up there. All right. So the bigger picture of what I'm looking at for Solana, if I go to the weekly time frame, guys, okay. If I go to the weekly time frame, I'm actually looking at Sol getting up to that level of $137. All right, those are what I'm looking at. Okay, it won't be, I won't be surprised. Okay, but yeah, maybe we'll get to that level of $70-$80, and then from there we bounce again up to that 180, $38-$40. Okay, $140-$138. Those are areas that I'm actually looking at for Solana. Okay, on a long term. All right, if you get a good entry and then it's not coming close to your stop loss or to your liquidation and all of that, okay, you go ahead and trail that market until we get to that level, right? Don't panic and all of that, right? Some of those trades has to run for as long as it has to for us to be able to make money from it, okay? So currently for Solana, if we do get a pullback, okay, to $48, it would be nice, so, but I doubt if this can actually come down, except if something actually, I don't know, if something magical happens in the market, yeah, we could get that pullback to that 382, right? We could get that pullback to that 382. But currently, what I'm looking at Solana, where I'm looking at taking a trade for Solana is around $61, $62, okay? $61, $62. Those are the area I'm looking at taking a long trade. I've already set up limit orders for this, right? I have set up limit orders to start buying Solana once it hits 62. Okay, my first order is around $62, okay? Second order is around, I think, $61, and then the last one is around $59. All right, those are areas that I'm looking at buying Solana. Then anything below that area, I'm looking at putting stop loss slightly below this area. Anything below that area, I don't want to know. I don't want to be in that trade again. Okay, so put an eye on Solana. If you get Solana at $61, $62, it would be a good time to equally cash up, with this move. All right. With the next move, actually, to be a good time to cash up with the next move, because if Solana eventually breaks out of this area, okay, let's say we come, do something like this, Solana, okay, comes here and use it as a support, okay, and then bounces up, then you could see a $70 Solana, $80 Solana, $100 Solana, and even up to that 130 that I'm actually looking at, all right? So yeah, those are what I'm actually looking at for Solana. So you should equally be looking at those, for your buys when it drops there, okay? Is AVAX possible to short? Well, I doubt, okay? I doubt if you should be shorting AVAX right now. We'll look at it before we decide whether you want to short it or not, okay? Can we have a look at Casper? Yes, we'll do that, all right? We'll do that. We'll do that, okay? So this is for Solana, okay? I'm looking at buying Solana, anything at $61, $62. I'm going to be entering a long trade, and I'll be targeting as high as $70, $80 to $100 and above. All right, that is for Solana. So put an eye on it when that finally plays out. Okay, yeah, somebody wants to short AVAX. Let's look at AVAX and see why you want to short. Okay, why do you want to short AVAX? What has AVAX done to you? Okay, so for AVAX, yeah, this was actually the area that I was looking at yesterday. Okay, so we have, this resistance level right here, okay, which is where we are currently seated. So if you are looking for short, well, that could be possible, okay? That could be possible. It means that what you're actually saying is, if AVAX rejects from here, all right, maybe we could come back to this golden level bounce, or we'll come back again to this support level, okay? This support level we have been holding for a while now, come back there again before we go up. I doubt, all right? I doubt, but before you actually start shorting this token, what I'm personally looking at right now on the AVAX, let me remove all these drawings. What I should be looking at for AVAX is pullback to 382, okay? So let's say we have pullback to 382 using the Fibonacci. Let's see, we'll take Fibonacci here up there. Yeah, so 382 is these other support levels actually at $87. All right, $87, and AVAX actually come down to that area. Where is that 382? I think this is a 382, right? Yeah, that is it. This is 382 here. This one, right? Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, my chart is actually very slow in loading. I guess it's network and all of that. So for AVAX, yeah, pull back to the 382, which is this level, right? That's the area. That's, yeah, if you do get AVAX at around that $85, $86, it will be a good, a good opportunity for you to start longing AVAX from here, right? Looking at that area, yeah, it will be good to start longing AVAX at this $86, $85, okay? So if you want to short AVAX right now, let's do 15 minutes and see what we are looking at on AVAX. So AVAX, yeah, you will definitely get a trade, okay? If you decide to short, for instance, you see, if I bring this trend line up there, we just broke that trend line. So maybe if AVAX does, gets back to that level again, it could be a nice area to start shorting, okay? Maybe around that $97 area, you should start looking for short there. But I am not actually too comfortable with shorting this token. But if you want to short, that's what you should be looking at, okay? If you want to short AVAX, just be looking at that $97 level and you'll be able to take short, depending, okay? If you see the sign that this will actually be going down, right? Yeah, let it come, create a lower high there, then maybe start going down, you can short, okay? You can short, all right? If you want to short AVAX, you can short, but right now, I don't think, just monitor the trade, okay? Monitor the chart and see how AVAX plays out. However it plays out, if it gives you the opportunity to short, okay? To short, oh, sorry. I'm looking at a different token. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Thank you for the, yeah. Thank you so much for that observation. Okay. Thank you, Henos, for that observation. Many of you are here, right? You'll be looking for when exactly the AVAX gets to $65, right? And you're just watching USDT. Okay, yeah, thank you for that not observation. Actually, yeah, too many things on my head this morning. So AVAX is what we are looking for actually to short. Yeah, this is AVAX 23.6. You want to short this thing? Yay! AVAX will be good for scalping. Okay, AVAX will be good for scalping, but shorting, I doubt to. Like a long-term short, if you want to be taking quick short and all of that, okay, targeting like 5-10% move, yeah, that could work. That could work. But guys, I don't know if this can actually have a pullback to 382. So 382 is down there at $18. So for AVAX, what was the setup we were looking at yesterday? Let me see. Daily time frame. Yeah, so I was actually looking at this area here as our support, okay? Sorry, as resistance actually. All right, this is the resistance area we're looking at yesterday. I think I had a setup on one of these charts here on AVAX. I can't remember where the chart is, but this is what we are looking at, okay? This resistance area. But as you can see here on the daily candle, right, we just broke above that area, right? We just broke above that area. And the way it is right now, before you start looking for short, the way it is right now, we need to wait for the close of this candle, all right? We need to wait for the close of this candle. You see that even the 8 hours has closed and then another one has opened and then is, going on with that trend. 4 hours candle, you can see, all right? We had this one close with the body above that level. We had this one massively and this one is going up there. Okay, so for AVAX at the moment, I don't think it's a good idea you can scalp this token, right? You can scalp it, but shorting like big time short and all of that, because guys, be looking for more of long, okay? Be looking for more of long than to short. All right, I see AVAX coming to that level of either $30, and then anything that will make us break above that level, AVAX could be going up to as high, to as high as, $80 and all of that. All right, $80 and all of that. So don't short this token yet, but you can do quick scalping on this. All right, don't short this token yet. A good area to actually long would be if this pulls back to that 382, which is around $18. It could be a good opportunity for those who miss this to start buying. But right now, okay, we want to see a bit of rejection at that $22 level and all of that to the upside, then we'll start taking trades from there, okay? Yeah, so you see what is happening here on the 15 minutes time frame, right? So AVAX broke, came, test that level, okay, tested it again and went back up. So right now, there's nothing like shorting, okay? There's nothing like shorting. Even if you have to short, you need to look for, I will not even encourage you to short so that you don't get, yeah, if you are going to be doing scalping of looking for 5%, 3% move and all of that, okay? When you put in big capital, yeah, is okay, all right? That can pay, all right? That can pay where you see, let's see this week here, how many percent would this week have given you? You see this week here, you short from there, down there, yeah, 0.8%, okay? 0.8%, which would have been something if you're using like 10, 20x leverage and all of that. But right now, I want to be picking trades to upside. If I get 22.1, okay, 22.2 and all of that, that is where I'll be picking trades to the upside. All right. Currently, I wouldn't advise that you short AVAX at the current stage. It can come down, yeah, I agreed, but shorting it now is, I'm just going to be looking for long, okay? I'm just going to be looking for long. So my long setup for AVAX would be at that area of 22.2 or 22. Okay. So I'm looking at those $22.2 level, and then I can target this as high as a 1 and put your stop loss just slightly below. I can take this to as high as $30 and all of that, right? And see how that works. So let's see if this will play out, all right? That's basically what I'll be looking for. So that's basically what I'll be looking for AVAX and all of that. Casper. Yeah, let's look at Casper. So AVAX, this is what I'll be looking at for. Pay attention to that and let's see how that will play out, okay? CAS USDT. So for CAS, okay, so let me remove all this drawing, they're no longer useful. As let's say we take this stuff from here. Let's do from here to this high here. Okay. I don't know if this thing will continue to pump. Okay, for Casper, if this will continue actually, then we can be looking for buys, okay, at this 382 here, right? We want to see a bounce at that 382, then we'll take a trade from there to the upside. All right. We want to see a bounce at that 382, we'll take a trade from there to the upside. All right. So if you want to be scalping this token, yeah, you can do both buy and long, but my buy will be somewhere around there. So around 0.12, okay, 12 cents, I'll be looking for buys. All right. If Casper does get down to this level of 10 cents, okay, it's equally a good area to start buying. But right now, the primary level where I'll be looking for buy is that 11 cent, 12 cent, okay, or that 11.9, that is 11.97 area. Those are the areas I'll be looking for buy. All right. If this area fails to hold, then you can be waiting for Casper to come to that support level of 10 cents. All right. Wait for Casper to come to that support level of 10 cents and all of that. Okay. But for long, I'm looking at taking a trade. I want to see a rejection here for Casper. Then I can take a trade and target as high as I can. Okay. And target as high as I can. That's basically what I'll be doing. If this area fails to hold, then I can look at taking trades around that 10 cent level, right? If Casper continues to drop, I can be looking at that 10 cent level. That is where I basically will be taking a trade for Casper to the upside. All right. But right now, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this area right now. Okay. That area of 11 or 12 cent will be the areas where I want to take trades to the upside for Casper. I'm looking at Casper, in case you are going to trade that. Be looking for more of long until we break that level there. There's nothing you can do right now, okay? If you want to short, okay? I'm not shorting, all right? Yeah, I'm not shorting, please. Please, I'm trade of long. Seriously, I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying you're holding a long position for police since 2 weeks ago? What happened to it? Is it going well? What exactly is happening with the police? Okay. If you are trading police, is it going well? What exactly is happening with it? And since 2 weeks ago, as you've said, what exactly is happening with that token? Let us know. Are you making too much profit? And you're looking for, where to, spend the money. I can send you my USDT wallet, right? You just send me part of the money. I know how to spend it on your behalf, right? If you're making too much money on that police of a thing, since you have been holding a position since 2 weeks ago, it means that you made a lot of money for that. All right. So just request from my USDT wallet and send me some money. All right. Let's see how we can use it to, to help you to spend it, right? Yeah, somebody wants to say something. HMD Global. Are you the one holding these colleagues for 2 weeks now? It's going against you and you're still holding it. Why? Yeah? It's going against you and you're still holding it. Why? It says what? What's the name of the token against it? PolyX. Yeah? PolyX. What's the token about? Before you hold token for this long, guys, if it is not scalping, any token you don't understand, right? You don't even know. See, Bitcoin, we know Bitcoin is, even when you don't say, okay, this is what whatever. Bitcoin is like the Ogakpatapata of the crypto whatever. This crypto that we are doing today, okay? Bitcoin is the original initiator of that. Bitcoin is, what started it, all right? And all of that. Then Ethereum came. You know that Ethereum is a blockchain of its own where other people are building a lot of dApps, okay, from the Ethereum network and all of that. Then we have BNB, okay? BNB, aside the fact that the BNB is used as the native token of the Binance exchange, BNB is equally used as the native token of the BNB chain ecosystem, right? And all of that. These are tokens that I can trade and close my eyes and leave it to run for days. We talk about AVAX, we talk about FTM. These are tokens you can trade, not just new. I don't know if this one is a new token, actually. I cannot conclude. I've not traded it before. That's why I'm actually, it's sounding as if it's a strange token to me right now. Which position are you holding, long or short? Definitely it will be long for it to be going against you since a week now. You're holding a long or short position for this, right? You're holding a long position, I guess. Yeah, long. Where was your entry? Can you let me know where your entry is? Is it on spot or you're doing leverage? If you are doing leverage, how much X leverage are you using? Let me know the amount of leverage you're using and then your entry for this token. 0.32. Definitely you shouldn't be in this trade any longer. 32. 32. 32 is here. Let me bring my horizontal to let's measure that and see how much you're losing. So your entry is 3205, 3205, right? So you enter this trade around this area at this massive wick, at this massive candle. Let me see the 1 hour. 1 hour. Which time frame exactly did you use in entering this candle? Because even on the 1 hour, it means that you did not wait for this candle to actually close and then you jumped into the trade. Okay, this is where you enter this trade, this candle, right? Even if you go to the 15 minutes time frame, because since this thing started dropping, okay, guys, look at this and learn from this. Since this thing started dropping, it has not come back to that area. Assuming there was a pullback to this area, I would have said, oh, it was the pullback. Maybe you were deceived by the pullback and then you entered the trade. But this is what happened, right? This is 1 hour candle. You enter this trade around this before the close of this candle. That is what it means. You enter this trade before the close of this candle. You say you've been holding this since 2 weeks now, right? Let me see that message. Since 2 weeks now. Okay. Please let me know if I'm wrong. Okay. Is it that you entered that long position here and then you went up and you failed to take profit, right? Is it that you entered that long position here? It went up to this area here at 41 cents or 42 or thereabout, and you reluctantly failed to take profit and then equally refused to move your stop loss, or you enter that trade at this massive candle here. If you entered it here, I will blame you for everything. And then I'll equally blame you for still holding on to that position. Okay. But if it is on spot and then you're hoping, I don't know what the PolyX is all about. If it is a token that has a use case and all of that, and you're expecting that it will come back, well, you can hold on to it. Maybe by next year, this time, you should be able to recover from it. But if you entered here and it went up, even when you refuse, in fact, I'll blame you for everything actually. Even when you refuse to take profit, maybe you are projecting that it will go higher, you would have just been smart enough to move your stop loss to entry, right? So that when this eventually happens, you will be out of that trade. So please, Bayus, right? Can you unmute yourself and let us know so that we can equally learn from this?
Yeah, good morning, leader. I'm really appreciating your explanation.
Yeah,
so you're
good
right.
morning.
So I made a mistake. I'm just entered the trade when I noticed that the candle is dropped. I don't even know how to check whether the candle is closed or whatever. So when I entered the trade, I entered with 20 leverage. So it was going against me on that day. So, but fortunate for me, so I did not set the stop loss. So I'm now thinking that it is possible it may go up, but that's the reason I'm still holding the trade.
And I guess for you to be holding this trade for this long, you're using cross margin.
Yes, I'm using cross margin. I don't even know the related that is what it is cross margin.
The way it is right now, will you be able to hold this this trade? Because it will take you quite a let me go higher. It will take you quite a long time for this trade to play out if you are going to hold. Okay, it will take you a long time, and then because of this, you will not be able to trade, or that the psychology of looking at this thing, eating your money and all of that, because every day aside this area of consolidation, okay, so you've been holding this token for almost 15 days, right? Almost 15 days, and this token is down by 38%. Guys, calculate that in 38 by 20. 38 by 20, that should be
760.
Say again, 360.
760.
760.
Mm.
Yeah, so you're holding a trade that is going against you by almost 800%. Is not actually a good thing. It's not. It's not actually. And then if this token is just one of these meme or change coins and all of that, this I doubt you. I doubt if you can still hold on to this. If I tell you to close this now, the funniest thing is if I tell you to close this thing now, eventually it will start pumping and start going up. But if you do have the capital to hold on to it, okay, let me quickly see what this token is all about actually, because those are some of the things you look at before you say whether you hold, and then the leverage is quite high. Can just imagine seeing waking up and seeing my account minus 700%.
Exactly.
Seriously, I can't do but the funniest thing, assuming this token was going in your favor, you know that you will not be holding on to it for 2 weeks now. Maybe 100% would have been enough for you, and you will just exit the market. So yeah, this is when trying to work on your psychology and all of that comes in play. Okay, it's better you hold on to winning trade longer than you hold on to losing trade. Because the more you keep holding on to losing trade, the more you will continue to lose. Okay, the more you keep holding on to losing trade, the more you continue to lose. Okay, the market cap is quite low. It's around 150 something million. okay, which is good. It means that whales can look at this. If they love this token, they can look at this and take advantage of it. Okay, yeah, they can pump this to make some profit and then dump it all of a sudden, which is what has happened right now, right? Maybe they will revisit it again. I don't know. All-time high was 42, okay, which was 17 days ago, as at exactly the same week you started trading it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was when it hit all-time high. All-time low was 5 months ago. Yeah, all-time low was 5 months ago. Okay, let's quickly look at what this token is all about and stuff like that. Okay. Polymesh is an institutional grade permissioned blockchain built specifically for regulated assets and all of that. This thing has gone far already. It has eaten your money. I don't know what to tell you right now, seriously, because you've been holding this trade for quite too long right now. I know that we are at this area of accumulation. Some persons who want to maybe take advantage of this are accumulating this token, but this will take a while, actually. This will take a while before it gets up there. It will take a while before it gets, assuming you're holding on spot, I would have said, okay, just hold on to it. But right now, okay, guys, please, can you advise our brother? Because me, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Those of you who are good at, I know we have those who are good at finance. There are people who are, you know, in the banking sector here and all of that. Please, if you can, what should we do right now? Because closing this trade right now, you're losing very big. You just have to accept the losses. There is nothing that you can do right here, right? You just have to accept the losses. Even if you close it now, the next minute this thing start pumping. What if you don't close it and eventually there is another big candle that drops? Okay, and all of that. I don't know. I know that if we're able to scale through this area, maybe we'll pump back and all that, but it will take a while. It will take a while. This thing can equally dump below this area, right? Okay. Right now that we are very skeptical about Bitcoin and all of that. Exactly. The Bitcoin ETF, they have not approved it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Anything that will make Bitcoin to go down to maybe $30 or below that, it means that some of these tokens can actually start dumping. So if there is anybody here who is good at, who is good at, some of you are good at personal finance, and stuff like that, you could be of help, okay? But right now on this token is actually, you just need to accept your losses right now. There's nothing that can happen right now, yeah? So please, in as much as you want to make money, you don't just jump into trades, which is why I do this live section, right? I'm not doing it because maybe, for instance, if I tell you the trades that I've passed through alone today, I should be resting, right? At least I had some trades that were in profit and all of that. I would have just gone somewhere to rest, okay? But because I noticed that majority of us, I know maybe somebody have told you about crypto, you just want to jump into it and make money, and then you're not ready. It's not just about the money. Some of you are not even ready to sacrifice the time to learn the basics. You're not even ready to sacrifice the time to learn the basics and all of that. You need trading view. You need to understand this chart, these things of it. Somebody was asking on KuCoin, okay, right now I'm telling you that this chart will close, this 4 hours chart will close in the next 1 hour. This thing is not available on the exchanges you are using. I've mentioned it before. This timing here is not available on the exchanges you are using. That is why we go extra mile to pay for TradingView and use TradingView. If you are using TradingView on the app, you can easily go to TradingView and check the time where the candle will close before you make your decisions, right? For instance, if I want to trade right now, okay, I'm looking at this particular token right here, this candle here, and I'm looking at it on the 4 hours time frame. So it means that this candle in the next 1 hour, 4 minutes, that is when this candle is going to close. Okay, so if I now apply that same thing to this candle where exactly you enter the trade, right? Look at this big, massive candle, right? It did not close. You just entered the trade at the middle of this candle, right? You entered and then immediately it was going, in fact, immediately you entered this trade, this market went against you by almost 18%, right?
Exactly.
Almost 18%. You would have just said, no, this thing is not for me, and you just close it, okay? You don't enter a candle in a red candle. You don't enter a trade for a buy in a red candle like this. right? You don't do that. You are just, digging your grave with your hands. You don't do that. This thing, yeah. Assuming there was a pullback, maybe this thing happened and then we had a pullback that came back to this level. Maybe a green candle that came back to this level. Yeah. Your entering here would have been justified and say, okay, you were thinking this candle would have gone up, but immediately you entered this trade, it was this exact area when it was dumping. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So please, if you can, okay, accept your losses and hopefully you'll get some other trades that will make up this money. If you can, just accept your losses. It's better you close the trade and then buy when it is right here and wait for it to finally pump. But this particular token, I don't know, it may pump. I'm not going to just assume, okay, there's nothing that I can say now that is exact, but right now holding on to a token that is minus 700%, minus 800% is not ideal, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so if you can accept your losses, close the trade. If not, if you want to, if you have the money, all right. For instance, if I have like $100,000 and I'm holding on to that trade, I won't bother because I can use the remaining capital and be trading and be trading. Maybe in the process of trading, if I'm able to make up the money that I'm losing in this trade, I can decide to close this trade and accept the losses, right? But if you just have 1,000 naira, $1,000, even $10,000, and holding a position that is against you by 7,000% with a cross margin, by 700% with a cross margin is not ideal. It's not ideal. So, yeah, nobody wants to advise you here. Actually, I think everybody is just doesn't know what to say right now. So, yeah, it's a mistake. You learn from it, right? Just learn from the mistake and yeah, learn from the mistake. Next time before you enter a trade, look at the chart. If it is not a signal, and if it is a signal, you do stop loss. Okay, you do stop loss. Things like this can make you say crypto is a scam that you don't want to do again.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, you can actually, bro, this thing is, I don't know what to explain. It's too much actually.
Exactly. No, it's too much for me.
Yeah, it's too much losses. This thing can
Exactly.
pay like 10% salary.
Exactly.
So you can imagine what your position size is and then the losses you are currently incurring right now. With the rate of dollar in Nigeria right now,
Exactly.
that's huge. Okay, who has something to say here? Say something before we go to another chat.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Dio.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, concerning this token, I'm thinking the Mr. Bayus,
Yes.
I will advise that he closes the trade because it's not possible. There's no way. I don't think the trade will even go higher to the point of his entry. Talk less of moving to profit. I don't think so. The way I'm seeing this token, because the loss is already much, and for the trade to pull back up, I don't think it will in the next 3 weeks. I don't think so. So I will advise he accept his loss and just move on.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you.
So, sir, I have another question. So it's concerning this taking entry to break even. Like, are you understanding me, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So assuming you enter a trade and the expected profit is maybe 3.3 dollar, maybe on 91%. You understand? And we are in profit, and the trade is going, and we are in profit. So, and maybe okay, we are advised to take partials. We are advised to take partials. Maybe at the trade is 19, the expected profit. When it reach the expected profit, it's supposed to be 91.05%. Let's guess. So, and we are already at 50% profit already. Then you decide to take partials, maybe 50% of your profit. And I noticed that okay, as soon as I agree to okay, soon as I take the profit, the 50% profit, then the remaining profit that I'll be seeing there can go to like maybe 0 point something cents. Just from 3 point something dollar, it will, after taking 50% of my profit, then I'll be seeing maybe around 0 point something cents as profit, as the remaining profits that I will get if the market keep going in my favor and it reaches the full TP. So I'm wondering, like, is that how it's supposed to? So I'm thinking that the expected profit won't be exactly what I'm supposed to get anymore. Normally, you know, I'm supposed to get like, okay, $3.33 on the trade. And after taking partials, which is, okay, I've already taken partials, maybe around, okay, I've taken $1.5 already. So I expect it to be like, okay, the remaining profit I supposed to get, we should be around 1.5. Sure, you understand, sir?
I'm trying to gather my head around this. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of confused about this taking partial of a thing. Like, normally, if you enter a trade, the expected profit is, let's guess, is supposed to be $3. And while the trade is going in profit, you close 50% of your profit. And it's immediately, that's 50% supposed to be maybe around maybe 1.5, maybe
Okay.
$1.5.
Okay, just let me do this, okay? Let me do this. Whatever money I lose in this, you pay me back the money. Okay, because yeah, that's just it. I'm currently the account I'm going to use to demonstrate this.
No, sir. The question is trying to ask. Can I?
Sorry. Let me close.
Can
Hold
I
on. Let me close. Yeah, let me close my. I think they're working
Maybe
around
another
it.
person that understands what I'm trying to ask will just jump on the question.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Who is speaking right now?
Oh, okay. I think what he's trying to say is that maybe you enter a particular trade now and you are targeting maybe $30 from that trade. And eventually, when you enter the trade moved in your favor to about half of your target, to about maybe $15.
Okay.
So when the trade further moved, you now took partial profit of $15. We are still allowing the remaining trade to run to your target profit, which was supposed to be at $30. So we are hoping that the trade will still get to that target profit. And if it gets there, you will get extra $15. But why is it now that when it got to that target profit, you didn't get the $15? I think that is the question he's trying to ask. Like,
yes, thank you.
why was it now reduced?
That's what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, that is what I think he's trying to.
Yes, you are right.
So if it were to be, I don't know how to relate it in I don't know how to calculate it in crypto like that. But if you have to be like maybe forex now, maybe let's assume you use a lot size of about 0.02 and you close half of your position, and the lot size remaining now is not 0.01, which is a macro lot size, hoping that it will still get to that $15. For it to get to that $15, you have to move beyond that, because your lot size has.
Sorry, can you hear me? Guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank God. Let's quickly do this before this thing go against me, right? So I just entered a trade, right? If you can see my screen, I just entered a trade, and then with 20x leverage. This is the quantity of what I'm trading. Okay, the value of is about $400. Now, because I'm using 20x leverage, it only cost me $20 to enter that trade, right? So now let's say I want to close half of this position, right? Is that what your question is?
Yes.
Please, I need to understand. Yeah, because I want to just do it. Now this thing will go against me now. Let's say I want to close half of this position. Currently, this market is up by 5 or 4%, depending on what you're looking at right now, right? So you want to take partials by closing half of this position. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Now, you say your target, if your target is $30, and what exactly do you mean by that?
The expected profit, maybe it's
Okay.
$30.
All right. Now, let's say, for instance, that this trade has take profit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 6. All right. Once, though I enter this market, I enter this trade with market order. If I was supposed to use limit order, I would just go to TP. All right. I'll go to TP, for instance. And then I'll say for my TP, I'll use TP6, the price of TP6, or the last TP. Maybe it's TP 1, 2, 3. You use TP3. Maybe it's TP 1, 2, 3 to 10. You use TP10. Okay, when you are setting up this trade, most especially as a limit order, you put the last price, the TP of the price of the last TP here, and then you put your stop loss here. Okay? You put your stop loss. Once the stop loss is below or above your liquidation price, reduce your leverage. That is what it simply means. Okay, you reduce your leverage, because most of this trade, we trade them on cross margin. So those liquidation of a thing doesn't really come up like that, right? Now, once I put up this thing now, I put up TP and I open the trade. Once the trade is triggered, you will see my TP and stop loss showing up here. Now, let's say the trade moves by 10%. The margin, whatever percentage that is moved there, is calculated based on the margin that I have here. So now 2%, it means that 2% of $20 is what I'm making right now. Okay, 10% of $20 is whatever that I'm going to make here, and all of that. So if I decide to close half of this position, okay, if you are using the mobile app, you will see where it says close by. Okay, you will see where it says close by, but here on the web, on the close by here, you have limit and then you have market. So if I want to close this immediately at the market order, I'll just go ahead and click on market and this trade will close. But if I want to close part of this position and all of that at a certain price, okay, you can go ahead and do the limit and say, okay, if this market gets to 44, all right, if this market gets to 44, okay, which will be around, what is the percentage? Didn't show percentage here, right? But I'll be making $5 if it gets to 44, right? That is if I close the whole of my position. But I can decide to close 50% of my position. Remember, it cost me $20 to enter this trade. Once I click on close 50%, it means that $10 will automatically be deducted from the market. Now, instead of me making $5 or thereabout, half of that profit is equally what is closed for me, right? So I will close this. I've already removed $10 from the $20 I entered that trade with, okay? And the profit at that time, that will be around $5, okay? Half of that profit has equally been closed for me, all right? Now, I now have half of this position, which is around $10 worth of it in that trade. So in that case, because the market is still in profit, all you just need to do is to come back to the stop loss and SL here, click on it, and then move your stop loss to entry. Where is your entry? This is your entry price. This is the price at which I entered that market, this trade, and then this is the current price. Okay, so I can now type this entry price here into this space here as my stop loss. I'll clean whatever is here previously and then type that as my stop loss. So if this market comes back and hit my stop loss, this time around, I've already made $2 in that trade. And then this time around, I'm not losing anything. So it means that I still make this, I still close this market with what? Plus $2, right? Now, if you want to be closing part of your position, let's say you put TP1 from the onset, and then it's telling you that, sorry, you put TP10 or TP5 or TP3, and then the market is telling you that if this gets to, let's say TP1 or TP10 or whatever the TP is around 49 cents, okay? If I put 49 cents here. So it tells you that if this thing hits your last take profit, okay, this take profit that you've added here, if it hits this take profit, you are making what? You are making 200% of the amount you raise in that trade. And the 200% of the amount you raise in that trade will be what? $52. All right. That is 260%. Sorry. So I'll be going home with my $20. I'll be going home with $52. All right. This is my last take profit, right? That I've set up. Now, if I decide to close partial of this trade, okay. Now let's say the market goes in my favor by 100%, and I decide to close partial of the position. Okay. Remember, this is for the whole position. Please understand this. If this market gets to 49 cents, it means that I'm making 260% in this trade, and then I'll be making $52 in the whole of my position. All right. And what is the quantity of the tokens I'm trading is around 924. But if this market goes in my favor by 50%, and I decide to close half of this position, I may not be making up to $52 again if I don't wait until this market gets to $49. All right. Let's say I want to close partial position here. Maybe it's already in profit, and I decide to come in here to the option. Remember, when you click on the TP and SL settings, you will have this partial position here. So if I come to the partial position option here, okay, once I switch to that option, all right, so it gives me to add the quantity of the token that I want to close. I can close, if I drag this, okay, I can close half, okay, I can even close 50% of that position, right? If I close the 50% of that position, let's say our TP2 is around, what's the price of TP2? Let's say 45, okay? It's around $45. And then I decided to close half of my position. So this time around, instead of waiting for that to close fully, and I'm making $52, when I close half of this position at this price, I'll be making only $7, right? So it means that $10 out of that, with $20 I entered the trade with has been closed, and I'm closing it with around $7 profit. Okay, I can go ahead and put stop loss as well if I want, then click on confirm. This will automatically set, if the price gets here, it will close half of my position, right? It will close half of my position. Now, if you minus 454 from 924, how many will remain? It should be the same half, right? Whatever it is, I don't know. Okay. Maybe let's say it's remaining around 454 thereabout. If you now come to the entire position, remember that the entire position is for the whole whatever that you're doing here. Okay. The entire position is for the whole of this 900 and something, right? So this time around, even if it comes here, you will not be seeing $52. You'll be seeing the money equivalent based on the quantity that is remaining. That is because when it was going in your favor, you have already closed part of that trade. I don't know if this is explaining the question you're trying to ask, because I didn't understand it, but I'm trying to just break this down.
That is, that is not what. Yes, sir.
So now you can decide this, if your TP, this is supposed to be for your TP, this here is supposed to be for your TP5, okay? And you are supposed to make this amount of money. But when you start closing partial of your position at every take profit, you may not be able to make up to $52. All right. When you start closing partial of your position at every take profit, you will not be able to do that. Let's say we come in here to the limit order. On the app, it tells you close by, and you click on close by. And here you say, when it gets to take profit 1, let's say take profit 1 is 44, okay? And you close 10% of that position. Remember that I entered this trade, it cost me $20 to open that trade. If I close 10% of that $20, 10% of $20 will be 50% is $10, 25% is $5. 10% should be around $2 or thereabout, okay? It should be around that range. $2. So if I close 10%, so it means that the remaining money that is left that I'm trading with is around $18, all right? Now, if I set to close part of that trade again when it hits TP2, okay? Now, this 10% is for the whole $20. Next time when I come, even if I do another 10%, the 10% will not be for the remaining what? $18. Then if I come again, the 10% will not be either for the remaining $16 or thereabout. If I decide to do 50%, it means that I'm closing 50% of this trade that cost me $20 to open. So $10 will be deducted. It will now be remaining $10. If the market moves here and I close 50% of that, okay, I'll only be making $2. All right. So it means that the remaining 50%, if it gets to 49, which is the last take profit, I may not be able to be making up to. Now, remember the first one you closed, okay, was around $2. This time around, if you close the remaining half at the last TP, you will be making around $26. So instead of the initial $52 that you were supposed to make if you have waited for that market to close with the entire position, you are now making less because you decided to sacrifice the remaining money to secure your money from not losing and all of that. You get, okay? And then if eventually, for instance, this is already up by 5%, I'm making $1 already, okay? If I now come in here to the TP and decided to move stop loss to my entry, which is 0.4, my entry here is 433.545, right? So I put 43345, okay? If eventually this market comes back and hit my trade, I will not be making any profit. Let's say my profit is to make 100, my target is to make 150%, which is when the token gets to 466. And then right now it has moved already in profit and I'm moving my stop loss to entry. If eventually this comes and hit my stop loss, I will not make any money at all. As you can see here, it is zero, right? But if it goes in my favor, I will make $30 with the $20 that I've entered this trade with. This is all I need to do. I click on confirm and that trade is confirmed. All right. This will be running. If it doesn't hit my stop loss, I'll continue to move, be in profit. All right. So that video that I made, I told you there are two ways you can take partials or you can adjust all of this take profit. Is it that you are there to monitor the trade? When you hit take profit one, let me go ahead and cancel this so that I don't hit my stop loss. I want to make profit from it. Okay. So when it goes ahead and hit TP1 and you move your stop loss to entry, and eventually it considers the stop loss, you are closing that trade with nothing, right? But when it hits TP2 and you move your stop loss to TP1, okay, if for instance, if TP1 is supposed to be let's say 439, it means that when the market moves by 25%, you want to close that trade. If you are closing the entire trade, you would have gone home with $5. But if you don't close the entire trade, okay, and you just close part of that trade, the remaining amount that is remaining, okay, is what the market will be calculating your profit on. So if it is remaining $2 here after you've closed partials, okay, let me just go ahead. Let's say I want to close half of this position here or 10% of this position, okay? If I go to the close buy option here, let's say when we get to the current market price is 3.4, right? Let's do 3.5. So I'll go to limit and then I say if this market, I want to close 10% of this position when the market gets to 4.35. Okay, 4.35. So that will close and I'll be making 12 cents. Okay, I'll go ahead and click on confirm. And that has been placed. Okay, so once it has already started going again. So you see my current orders here. I have this one here. So this will close once it will close 92 out of this 924. Okay, because that is 10% of this. So it will close 92 out of that when this closes, and maybe this will be around $2 or thereabout. So when that closes, okay, when that closes, it means that instead of $20, I will be having maybe around $10, $18. So whatever P&L that is calculated here, it will be calculated based on this $20. And just to show you that, okay, if I go ahead and do limit again, or let me do market this time around, okay? If I do market here, and then I go ahead and close 50% of this position, oh God. What did I do? I made a mistake, sorry. What did I do? Sorry. Okay. You see that the 10% has closed, right? The 10% that was here, right? The trade has closed 10% of that position for me. And what happened? It has taken 10% and then I'm still left with $18. So whatever that is calculated here is calculated based on this $18 that is remaining here. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So I hope this is clear enough. Basically, that is it. Is there any question as related to this? Okay. I guess we all understood that, right? So those of you who are confused about multiple take profit levels and all of that, that is basically how it works. Okay, if I decide to close half of this position now at this 4%, whatever, I can do that, do market and do 50%, okay, and then just close. Once I because I'm doing market, once I click on this, okay, it will immediately close that position, right, with 27 cents. That's what I'm going to make. So if I click on that and then confirm that, yeah, it has closed. So you see that it is now the remaining 50% that is remaining. So whatever profit you are making here, it will be calculated based on this $9. So at the end of the day, instead of me making $30, okay, if I go back to this right now, once I hit this last take profit level, you see that it is only $13 that I'll be making. Initially, when we were trading with the whole of our position, it was $30. But right now, it will be just $13. So there's no way, because you're closing partial, that you make the same amount as going all in with or waiting to close the whole of your account with the whole trade and stuff like that, right? Is that clear?
Very clear, sir.
Okay, so the take profit is quite far. I do have limit orders there too. So what I'll just do is to move the TP to this area here, right? So yeah, I've adjusted the TP there. So once it gets to that level, the TP will close. Let's see if it has a 44. So let's see what this will make us. If it gets to 44, we are making 64%, and then that will be around $5. So yeah, that's okay. So let's see how that plays out. Maybe this will give us some profit, and basically that is it. Okay, any other questions that regards this? Let's go back to the chat. I think we spent a lot of time on this, but it's good actually for those of you who are here to learn about that, right? So that you not join others and be asking questions. Guys, YFI has gone to $14,000. YFI has gone to $14,000. This is the token that I saw this token at around $4,000 plus. $4,000 plus. I was tempted to buy this thing. Today is 14,000. Today is 14,000, guys. God. Man, don't let things like this happen to you. You know, you're looking at Ethereum right now at $2,000. And then eventually tomorrow you wake up, Ethereum is at $10,000. Then you'll be like, hi, I wanted to buy this thing. No, I wanted to buy this thing. No, don't let it get to that level, guys. Don't let it get to that level. So whenever you have money, do it, right? When you have the money, do it. This thing, I saw it at $4,000 plus. Okay, let's look at that YFI stuff of the thing. No question here, right? No question. Yeah, no question, because I'm not coming back to the browser again. Okay. Let's look at YFI of a thing. YFI. It's Yen Finance, right? Yeah. Yen Finance. That is what YFI is all about. Let me show you where I saw this token at $44,000. Look at that, guys. Look at that. This token has been pumping since 2 weeks. This is where this token was trading, okay? Around 5,000, and then it came down to 4,600. This is it, guys. And then a breakout of this trend line is what you just saw right now, right? If you pull your trend line from here like this, we broke out of that trend line, and this is the result. Massive, guys. This is massive. Yeah. Okay, the all-time high of this thing is the all-time high is more. Okay, I think it's around $40,000, right? Is it? No, let's look at, I think this thing got to 100,000, right? Let's look at the spot. Yeah, let's look at the spot market for this YFI. Yeah, okay, it's around $90,000, right? $90,000. This token went to $90,000. That was sometime in May of 2021. Okay, this token did better than Bitcoin in 2021. It went to $90,000, $94,000. This token. That was why I was actually paying attention to this, that I was going to buy it and all of that. Okay, you can find out more about YFI. It's Yen Finance or whatever. I think they're into lending and borrowing and stuff like that. Okay. Yes, I started very late today, guys. Sorry about that. I had some, I have some things I needed to take care of. That's why. So yeah, that's why I started very late. Look at this thing, guys. Yeah. Anyway, it's not late yet, guys. It's not late. Okay. If this thing will go back to $90,000 again and you're buying right now, okay, it means that the return you will make here is even more than what you make in BTC. Okay, put $1,000 here, and then we get to, let's say from here, we get to that $90,000 again. That is over 500% return, right? 500% return. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge, guys. All right, I missed that actually. I missed that, but we'll look for other opportunities, guys. We'll look for other opportunities. Okay. Right now, I don't feel like trading, but if you have questions like this one now, should we long or short? Should we long or short? What are you looking at? You want to be shorting this token that has been pumping for how many weeks now? For over a month now. Don't short it. Just wait for pullbacks and continue the uptrend, all right? Wait for pullbacks and continue with the trend. Make the trend your friend and you will never regret it. Okay, so if I'm to trade this YFI, yeah, you can trade it on futures. So you take this up there, wait for a pullback. If we do get to $12,000, 12,700, it could be another opportunity for you. Or we'll get to down to that 10,000. Okay, it could be a good opportunity for you to start taking trade to the upside. All right. Okay, sorry. So basically, I'll pay attention to Solana. Pay attention to that token again. Yeah, TIA. I'm equally on TIA as well. I'm looking for TIA to get to $7.
I would like you to check for me something here.
Yeah, what's that?
Yes, I'm on a trade of CFX. But it's playing around. I don't know if I can still hold
CFX.
Hold on it.
USDT. What are you looking at, long or short?
I'm longing it. Entered at 1720. My entry was 1720.
Okay, you entered at 1720.
Yes. I don't want to keep this thing for long. Why it's still like the loss is manageable, so that I can exit.
Okay, so looking at higher time frame, maybe what's your target? Around 18 cents, right? If you're targeting 18 cents, if you're targeting 18 cents,
it's my target.
If you're targeting 18 cents, just you have to wait for that to play out, because if I look at higher time frame, that is still 18 cents is still the target, so it's still valid. And then even here, 15 minutes will be maybe around 1740, right? 1740, you should think of closing half of the position, right? At 1740, you should think of closing half of the position, because if I'm to scalp this on the 15 minutes time frame, okay, and I'm trading from zone to zone, and eventually I pull a trend line from this down here, which is the support level up there, okay? So you see that we already broke that trend line. So there's a possibility of we coming down, okay? Yeah. And then what is happening here now, I will assume this to be a retest of that trend line, okay? So if this fails to break above that trend line to come to this $17.50, $17.40 level, then this could be, another area where we can start going down. So I can equally now say, okay, we plot another trend line this way, and we don't want to see this break that trend line, right? And then we want to ride that trend line until we get down here. So you can plot another trend line here. If we fail to break this trend line, then it means that CFX could, start coming down, bouncing at that trend line, coming down until maybe eventually we'll break it, have a retest, and then we'll go up again. That's basically what I'm looking at. But for that trade, okay, I don't know what your stop loss is, but if this token fails to break above this trend line, then you don't need to be in that trade again. Just let it ride. Maybe we'll ride down to, we come down here, and then you're out of that trade. Okay, but let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, once we break that trend line, come to this level, maybe you'll be looking for short around that area and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my stop loss is 1620.
1620. So your entry is you say your entry is 1720, right?
Yeah.
1720. Let's assume there. Stop loss 1620. That's quite far.
It's quite far, eh?
Yeah, it is. And your TP, is it like a TP1 or a TP2 stuff?
It's a TP1 that's at 18.
It's like a 1-to-1 stuff.
Yeah.
It's not even up to a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. Plus, once this thing gives you a little bit of profit, maybe if you get to 1550 or whatever, 1530, 1540, just move stop to entry and allow it to, or you close the trade entirely. If I would prefer you long from anything around 15, or you short from anything around that 18, okay? Maybe around that 18 or thereabout and all of that.
Mm-hmm. I want to close entirely this thing.
Hold on now. Let it give you back your money. Close it at break even. Don't just close. You
Yeah,
could get that break even. Or now look at this thing. I'm just looking at this area. Now the time, okay, the time is equally what matters here, right? The time at which you are going to hold this trade is equally what matters. On the 15 minutes, the time could be less. Okay, but if you look at the higher time frame, this could still play out. All right. If you look at the higher time frame, so you need to give yourself maybe like another 12 to 13, 14 hours for this to play out, right? But within the shorter time frame, like the 15 minutes, okay, before this could play out, maybe we could get done. Now, the challenge here is that this could come to hit your stop loss before it's actually start playing out and all of that. So, yeah.
And look, my stop loss is so far, 1620.
Yeah, stop loss is too far. So, just let leave the trade. You can get out of the trade now, then wait to re-enter that trade. Maybe if we do have a bounce at 1640 or leaving down there to that 1580 stuff. Those are areas you could look at taking a trade to the upside for this trade.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so let's wait for CFX to come down to 1580. Anywhere around there, we can be looking for long, right? I can be looking for long. So anything around this 1750 up to that 18 cents, I think, yeah, wait for it to come down. You take your trades from down there. Okay.
15,
yes.
15.
Yeah, 15. I'm looking at 15.7 or 1580 or 15.78. Okay, 1580 or 15.78.
Okay.
Yeah, Collins, you want to say something? Collins, you can unmute yourself, okay? You can unmute yourself and say what you want to say. Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon from my end. Sorry, good morning from my end here. In fact, I was just going through YouTube and I came across your live session and then I follow up to the Zoom. I'm interested about how you take your time teaching crypto and then other stuff. Please, I want to find out if I want to, come on board to trade crypto. What advice can you give to me how to start it? Do you have any tutorial or any way to join you to, get me through or whatever? That's my question, please.
Okay. Yeah, basically the advice is to start learning, right? You start learning the basics. Okay. So initially I was actually doing like a private one-on-one stuff and I charge people for that. But eventually it's not everybody that is able to pay for that, which is why I had to partner with Bybit. So for you to be a part of the community where I do the weekly training on, okay, and then you equally have a chance to schedule a Zoom meeting with me where I had to walk you everything step by step. You need to sign up on Bybit using my link. I do post that link on the Telegram. So sign up on Bybit using my link, make a deposit of at least $100. Okay, the deposit is your money that you're going to be using to trade. You can use it to copy our trades. You can use it to trade whatever you want and all of that. Then you get added to the WhatsApp and then you get to join the trainings and all of that, okay? So with that, you should be able to, get me on a Zoom, walk you step by step, set up your account for you, everything, let you know everything you need to know. Then subsequently, when you start joining the Zoom meeting, you don't get lost. You'll be able to learn from there going forward. So that's basically what it requires you to do. Sign up a Bybit account using the link I post on the Telegram, and then let me know when you do that. Then we'll take it off from there, right?
Okay, good. So does it mean if I sign up on Bybit and then deposit $100, am I going to pay any other?
No. You're not paying money. You're not paying anything. You will not pay anything. So if you get somebody on Telegram telling you to pay for training, it's not me.
And
okay, you will not need to pay anything.
if I may
You
know.
just use the money you deposit and start trading. That's all. All right. Any other question?
Okay. Thanks. When am I going to get the link to register?
Yeah, please, the link is on Telegram, okay? I believe you joined as the Zoom via Telegram, so check out the link on the Telegram. I will probably post the link on the chat here on Zoom, so you just sign up immediately if you want to, all right? So the link will equally be posted here on the chat on the Zoom, so you can just sign up and then let me know when you are ready for that, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Mr. Leo,
So that's the link on the chat.
also, can we check the Solana?
Okay, I guess you just joined the live, right? Because I'll come back to Solana. Yeah, I'll come back to Solana, but let me finish up with this token that Vincent want me to look at. Vincent, ARB, how many of us took ARB this morning? Was it this morning I posted that or last night? I think it's actually this morning. When did I post? Last night, right? How many of us took the trade? I told you to long Solana, ARB when it was around, my entry was around actually at 14 plus, right? 1.14 something. Yeah, ARB was this morning. Yeah, I told you to long ARB this morning. So if you did, then you are already in that trade. Okay, so for ARB, let's see if we can get a pullback, okay, from this 1.21, okay, 1.21. If you are not in the trade already, you just have to wait, okay? You just have to wait for ARB because if you look at ARB right now, we did have that pullback to, so if I take my Fibonacci retracement tool from here to that up there, okay, so you saw that this massive candle came and rejected at that 382, right? So since we had a rejection at that 382, ARB has been, doing that up movement of a thing. So we need ARB to come back up to this 1.2, okay? Our resistance level for ARB will be, that 1.2 there, but Maybe this could break above that area. Then we can be looking at the area of 1.3, and then we continue to go up until we get to maybe 1.67 and all of that. All right. So the next thing I'll be looking at is to wait for ARB to close above this area of 1.21 or 1.23. Then I'll be looking for long from there, okay? But right now, let's wait. The target, I didn't set any target for that, but your target for this ARB stop will be around that 1.2 or 1.21 or thereabout. If you get it up to 1.3, yeah, that's your luck. You are in luck and you should be making, profit on that. So that's basically what I'm looking at on ARB. Maybe around this area, if we do get pulled back at that 1.216, we'll be looking for short for ARB. And then the next one there is Link, okay? Link USDT. I sent a list of tokens that I was looking at scalping as early as, that early when I looked at this token, okay? That early will be, was it around 2 or 3 a.m. or whatever? I can't remember. Okay, so if we take this from here to that up there, guys, okay, once again, reaction at that 382. And my target for this is maybe go back to that $16 level again, but it seems that is not playing out, okay? It seems that is not playing out, but yeah, wait for this. If you get, what's it called, Link pullback to maybe 12 cents or even down to that level of $11. Sorry, if Link pulls back to 12, that is $12.5 or down to $11.5. Those are areas that you can equally be taking trades to the upside as well. Okay, so on these areas you can equally be looking at taking trades to the upside. But quickly, I'm looking at a short move from here up to that level of $16, and maybe from there we'll look for short until we finally break that area to the upside. All right, for Link, that's basically what I'm looking at. And then QNT USDT. All right, I don't know when we look at QNT. Okay, I don't know when we looked at QNT, but if you did take trade here and all of that, maybe when was this? Maybe I will start writing on my chart, okay? But QNT did play that. Maybe this week here would have, triggered that entry, as you can see there. And then though the target has not been reached here, and QNT seems to be rejecting at this golden pocket level. Okay, seems to be rejecting at that golden pocket level. So for me, a good entry to the upside for QNT will be here. All right, at that point there, I'll be looking at that $97 level in case we'll come retest that level again for a long, or look at the rejection, anything around this $110 area down to the downside. All right, that's basically what I'll be looking at for QNT. ARB and Link is going to pump hard. Okay, so the prophet is speaking, guys. Crypto prophet Vincent has spoken. Okay, so ARB and Link will pump hard. Yeah, Link has had a pullback. Even I think it's actually time to start buying Link, all right? So if you look at Link, what happened initially, that we were always looking for short, but Link was not giving us those trades. Okay, so for the past 2 weeks now, thereabouts, Link has been pumping. So this pullback is actually worth it to start looking, for buys on Link. Okay, so I won't be surprised if eventually Link breaks above this level of $18 and then maybe go to $27 and even higher. All right, which is why I'm saying wait for the pullback for Link. Okay, look for pullback for Link. Let's say we take this stuff here, not this one. We take our Fibonacci retracement tool from down there to that up there, okay? So if you do get Link come to around 12.2 or $11, is a good area to take a trade to the upside, all right? But this pullback may not come to as low as that $12 level. But if it does, okay, if it does, anything from here upward should be good for, taking long trades for Link, and you can target as high as you want. Okay, put your stop loss slightly below. Maybe this time around we target $20, $30 or thereabout for a Link. All right. So ARB2, we just looked at it, is equally good and all of that. Okay. So start buying. You can buy them on spot if you want. I told us the last time to buy spot XLM, okay, USDT. So buy ARB on spot is the Arbitrum native token. So I believe it will pump once Ethereum start moving. Okay, definitely Arbitrum will move because you know, some of these tokens are just there. All right. So for XLM, okay, we had the break of that trend. So if we take this trend down there, you see we broke that trend there, and then that retest there. So we do have a support here for this token. We do have a support right here at this area of 11 cents. Okay, at that area of 11 cents, let me look at 1 hour and let's see what's possible with this token. Okay, let's do 4 hours actually. So for XLM, if you want to trade XLM, be looking to buy. If you get 12 cents, fine. If you get 11 cents, okay, 11.66 or 12 cents on the dot, that could be great. Okay, that's where you should be looking at buying this. So just wait for that pullback down there. All right. So if you are going to be buying this, I'll wait for pullback down here. And the way I'll personally play at this, okay, the way I'll personally play at this is I'll have limit orders, okay? My first limit order will be at that 12 cent level. I have another limit order down there at 11.60 and all of that. And then maybe put my stop loss slightly below that week and have another limit order down there. So, and if it triggers, fine. If not, I'll see, how I play around with this token. So that's what I'll be looking at for SLM and all of that. So then we look at Sol USDT. Guys, I don't intend to stay too long. Maybe after Sol, we'll call it a day here so that I'll be able to attend to all of those that I've promised today. Okay. Solana, what were we looking at? I told us to start looking for buy anything around $62, $61 level, okay? If this area here holds, this support area here holds, that's what we're looking for buy. All right. So for Solana, though I do have this 382 down there at 48 cents, which I'm not sure if we can actually get down to that level. All right. And then if I decide to take my Fibonacci retracement to from down here, for instance, to that high. Okay. So 382 is around this area. And I told us that I've had limit orders, okay, set up for this. So I'm going to be buying Solana, anything from $62 level down to 59. Okay, I'm looking at actually 59, not below that. But if you wait, if Solana does get to 52, that could be a good opportunity to start buying again and all of that. But I'm looking at this area of 50, 61, $62 level to start buying Solana. I'll see how it plays out, okay? To monitor that area, you just need to go to your lower time frame and be monitoring it from here, guys. All right. And be monitoring it from here. But if you do get Solana gets to 382, which is around $55, $56, guys, that is a good area to buy. All right. That's a good area to buy. Be looking at buy. Our target for Solana, if you are, those of you who have not bought already or are not in a trade already, our target for Solana is $80 and above. All right. So we'll be looking for this pullback to reject at 61 or down there to that $56 level, and then we can start taking trades to the upside. That's basically what I'll be looking at for Solana. All right. So if you want to trade Solana, that's what I am basically looking at for. Okay. So before we call it a day, are there questions? I have somebody, some persons I need to attend to. Are there questions? If you have questions, ask your questions. If not.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask the effect of Bitcoin ETF on Bitcoin. Is it going to cause a pump or a dump?
Say again?
The effect of Bitcoin ETF on Bitcoin, is it going to cause a pump or dump? If it is
it will definitely cause a pump, okay? If it definitely cause a pump. If you have been following up the news, remember there was a fake news that Bitcoin ETF has been approved, and then you saw Bitcoin moved immediately from where was that? Let me show you. BTC. So the short answer to that is that it will definitely cause a pump, all right? Yeah, it will definitely cause a massive pump, not just a pump, okay? Once the ETF is approved, Bitcoin will pump like what you've not seen before, right? There was a fake news sometime that actually made Bitcoin. I think it was on this candle, right? So that was on the 23rd of October. We had a fake news that Bitcoin ETF has been approved, and then you saw Bitcoin moved from 29, okay, up to around 36,000. Then when it was confirmed that it was fake, immediately everything started dumping. So yeah, the ETF approval will definitely cause a pump in the market, a massive one. Any other question?
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
This is Roland.
Yeah, Mr. Roland, go ahead.
I'm joining you from Germany. I've been watching your video for some time now, but today I decided to come up to see what's going on here. Oh, please, I would like to know when often do you start your program?
I do it every day, Mondays to Friday. You mean the live trading? I do this every day, Mondays to Friday. I sell for this. Normally it's between 8 and 9 a.m. Nigerian time, 8, 9 a.m. Nigerian time. So those are the times I look at, between 8 and 9 actually. Today I had to start late because of some other things that I don't have control over, but it's between 8 and 9. Anything between 8:30 and 9 a.m. that's when I start. If you're on Telegram, I always post notifications there also.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your effort. Because some of us here, we've lost a lot in this market, both stock and all. We've lost a lot, but I think I just hope I can be able to regain some of my cash back through this medium. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, you'll be able to regain your cash, but don't come in with that mindset that you want to regain your cash. And you know that those things could make you make some stupid decisions in the market. Just come in that you want to learn trading. Once you've acquired the skill, right? You can definitely make a lot of money out of it. Just learn, you know. See, the most difficult aspect of trading is not just to learn how to buy and sell. Okay, learning how to read chart is easy. Learning how to buy and sell on the exchange is equally easy.
Yeah.
The difficult aspect is knowing how much you want to make per trade. Okay. When will it be enough for you? When will you say, oh, at this point in time, I should cut either my losses or my profit and all of that? That is when risk management comes in. That is when, training your mindset, that is where trading psychology and all of that comes in. If it is just to teach you how to read chart and all of that, those ones are easy. You can easily do that. But where the difficulties come is managing your trades and taking it off from there. So yeah, you're welcome. Definitely something that will profit you going forward.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, bro.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay, guys. Rune, let me check Rune. I don't know what is happening. BTC is dumping, and then every other thing too is dumping in the market. So if you're holding any long position, be careful. All right. If you're, look at that stuff I opened is actually going against me badly. So any long position that you're holding, guys, be careful on that. Market is not smiling right now. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with BTC and all of that. So let's look at Rune and see where we are currently. Somebody saying something? Okay, so for Rune, we are still up there, okay? We are still up there. I believe this stuff will go to, I believe Rune will get to either $10 or thereabout, okay? Yeah, Rune, the possibility of this coin going to $10 is there. The chances are very, yeah. So if you're still holding on to Rune, just move your stop loss don't move it too close so that you don't get taken out, okay? Yeah, ruin, I still see it going up there, guys. I still see ruin going up, okay? I still see ruin going up. If you're looking at entering a trade, then you just wait for pullbacks. Yeah, this pullback here would have been a good entry and all of that, but right now we're broken out of that area. Nothing really now for ruin, okay? Except if ruin does come back to this 5.3, then you can be buying more, okay? If we do pull back and then use this area here as support, right? If we do pull back and then come and use this area as support, that 5.3, 5.4 area would be a good area to start buying more, all right? But right now, if you're holding on to a trade, just allow the trade to run, and that's all. There's nothing you can do right now, okay? Ruin can, I see ruin getting to $10 actually or more. I see ruin getting to $10 or more. So hold on to it and let's see how it goes, okay? All right, guys, we'll call it a day here. I will continue tomorrow. Please pay attention. Some of you are very selective when it comes to signals that are shared on the group. I think one of these days we'll just take our time and talk about risk management, okay? Not just risk management, but risk to reward ratio when it comes to trading, okay? Risk to reward ratio. Because if you take 10 trades in a day, with a good risk to reward ratio, okay? You take 10 trades in a day and you lose 5 of those trades, you will still be in profit, guys. You win 5 and you lose 5, you will still be in profit, okay? If you are very selective about the trade, the signals you take, mind you, the one that you are sure you want to take could be the one that you'll be losing on. All right, so for PEP USDT, what are you looking at? Is a short. Everything is just dumping right now, okay? So is that you follow suit, okay? Is that you follow suit, and basically that is it. If you want to long, I'll be waiting for this level here down there at 60 cents, okay? If we come down to that level at 60 cents, I'll be looking to long, but right now everything in market seems to be in red. So yeah, everything in the market seems to be in red. So if you're long, be careful, market could go against you. All right. I don't know what's happening, but we'll do look at Twitter, look at the news and see what's happening there, know how to manage our trade going forward. So for PEP, I don't have any trade set up for you, except you want to join the trend and short. If you are shorting, okay. Yeah, if you are shorting, target down Monday low, 65 cents. Okay, 65 cents down there at the support. And then I'm equally looking at this level down here at 60, down to even that 60 cents, okay? So we have these different areas there that you can equally look at if this thing keep dropping. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time. I think that should be it. Sunday, are you holding long or short? Are you holding long or short for the PEP? For the PEP trade, are you holding long or short? If you're holding long, I don't know where your entry is, okay? If your entry is below 60, then continue to hold, okay? If your entry is below 60 cents, then I think you should take profit, okay? Just take profit right now.
Hello, I'm holding around 65 cents actually.
65. Yeah, just take profit, okay? Take profit and re-enter the trade. If we get down to 60, I'm looking at 60 cents. If we do get down to 60 cents, re-enter the trade. But right now you need to take profit. Just take profit. And if you do get down to 60 cents, you re-enter the trade. It's as simple 60, 63, 62. Okay, those are areas you can re-enter this trade for.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, let the conversation begin or continues on the Telegram, okay? Thank you for now. Bye-bye, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow, or we'll continue discussing on the Telegram. Bye-bye, 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 bye.